peace, love, unity. Banko Yiriwandi, Gambia, Banko Yiriwandi.
Gambia Momono, Gambia Kemano, Gambia Musolo Lala, Imaye, Ambejigilu.
Banko Yiriwandi, Gambia, Banko Yiriwandi.
Gambia Momono, Gambia Kemano, Gambia Musolo Lala.
For the Gambia, our homeland, we strive and walk and pray. That's all believe in unity, freedom and peace is there. Let justice guide our actions towards the common good. And join our diverse people to prove man's brotherhood. We pledge our firm allegiance, our promise we renew. Give us great God of nations, to the Gambia ever true. Banko Yiriwandi, Gambia, Banko Yiriwandi.
Bari ma fila benna, jabe ne nyonde. Si jariba,
Banko Yiriwandi,
wolo ko benne.
Banko
Kama mili wane yirwa, yirwa ne nyonde, yirwa ne jamana wala nya.
Yiriwandi. Iyo, Yiriwabao, na Gambia, mbe Yiriwale kuma.
Gambia mo goriyo la la, ali algal ma lo jela mi bana. Imaye dala, ambeka nulu bari kadariye.
Wala dinna, jani bani singade, ndolo nada, kante mu bambandi ali. Kibaro, kibaro nada.
In a nutshell, the Gambia American Association is not just a party organization. It embodied the great good to the service of the community and the Gambia. Wherever there is hardship in the community, the Gambia American Association is there to bring ease to the victims. All of us are vulnerable to this situation, especially in these hard times when there is no job security and a very fragile economy. Become a member of the Gambia American Association and feel the presence of security and hope. We will always open our door, for the keys to the door of the Gambia American Association is in your hand.
There's a place in your heart, and I know that it is love, and this place is much brighter than tomorrow. And if you
Peace, love, unity. Banko Yiriwandi, Gambia, Banko Yiriwandi.
Gambia mwana, Gambia kemana, Gambia musolo lala. Imaye ambejigilu
Banko Yiriwandi, Gambia, Banko Yiriwandi.
Gambia mwana, Gambia kemana, Gambia musolo lala.
The Gambia is a country with big things, and culture is the foremost thing that binds Gambians together as one strong community. Each ethnic group found in the Gambia can also be identified by its culture. An example of these rich cultures are the griots, or Jelis, who are professional historians, praise singers, and musical entertainers, and are among the Mandinkas and Manding people. Major ethnic groups include the Fula, Jola, Mandinka, Sarahule, and Wolof. There is no part of the Gambia that is inhabited by one single ethnic group. The Mandinkas maintain a remarkably unified culture, relying on their griots to remind them of their glorious place in history. Each ethnic group speaks its own language, but English is commonly spoken, as well as being the official language. It is also common for someone to speak between 2 to 4 of the local language. The most striking feature of the Gambia national culture is its ethnic diversity, with all of the ethnic groups making significant contributions to the country's social and economic history. This is what Gambians call the Gambian identity, bringing a common understanding and purpose and taking precedence over ethnic allegiances. The Gambian people and the River Gambia. Named after the River Gambia, which flows through its length from east to west for 300 miles. The Gambia is Africa's smallest country. It has a population of about 1.5 million people within a narrow belt extending from both sides of the River Gambia. The population is predominantly Muslim, with Christians of different denominations, including Anglicans, Methodists, and Roman Catholics. Friday is one of the holiest days on the Muslim calendar, and Muslims can be seen gathered in rows facing the east to observe the Friday noon prayers. There is, however, no fanaticism, and great understanding prevails between the religious and the ethnic groups, which is one of the reasons why the Gambia is one of the greatest places to live, with people from various faiths living together in harmony and celebrating each other's religious holidays. The Gambia meshes deeply with natural African customs, cultural motifs, and traditions. Known for its hospitality and being one of the most stable countries in Africa, The Gambia is home for a large immigrant community and refugees, mainly from various West African countries, India and Lebanon. Though the country is one of the smallest countries in Africa, it has a lot to offer and many interesting places to visit. Banjul, the capital city of the Gambia, is an island on the tip of a peninsula at the mouth of the River Gambia. The center of town is the July 22nd Square, formerly McCarthy Square, a public park with Albert Market to the east and the deep water port with its wharves and jetties to the south. The nearby towns of Bakau, Fajara, and Serekunda are rapidly expanding. Only a few hotels are located in Banjul. The majority of hotels are located in Bakau and Fajara, alongside the Atlantic Ocean, with the world's most beautiful sandy beaches. Escaping the city, visitors to the Gambia will discover the nearby Abuko Nature Reserve, only 20 miles from the city center on the way to the Banjul International Airport. The reserve was established in 1977 to help protect and preserve the Gambia's flora and fauna for future generations. The reserve features diverse vegetation, over 200 species of birds, monkeys, hyenas, antelope, hippos, and crocodiles. Safaris can be arranged easily according to visitors' interests. Jufure, James Island, and Tendaba Camp. Situated in the center of the River Gambia, opposite the fishing village of Albreda, James Island was the site of a fortress which was originally built by the Courlanders, otherwise known as the Baltic Germans, in 1651. During the course of history, it changed hands several times between various European powers seeking control of trade on the River Gambia, but it ended up with the British. During the slave trade, it served as an important transit point from where slaves were shipped across the Atlantic to either the Americas or Europe. The ruins of the fort still stand on the tiny island, which is visited annually by thousands of tourists. The setting for Alex Haley's novel Roots, Jufure is a traditional village, an easy trip from Banjul, and now a part of the Roots Homecoming Festival, a biannual celebration of African heritage. This week-long festival features music, dance, workshops, excursions, and other activities designed to help visitors of African background discover their roots. Jufure is the village where the then small boy Kunta Kinte was kidnapped by slave traders and sent to America as a young slave. At nearby Fort Albreda and Fort James, visitors can see many reminders of colonial history. There are 4 main resort areas in what is referred to as the Tourism Development Area, the palm fringed coastline overlooking the Atlantic Ocean. There are modern 5-star hotels, as well as small but comfortable motels and guest houses. Outside this area, there are exotic camps, mainly situated on the banks of the beautiful River Gambia. Most hotels in the Gambia are geared primarily to cater to package tours. Accommodations are usually booked in the winter season, which is from November to May. With a total number of more than 7,500 beds today, the Gambia has come a long way in hotel capacity building. In 1967, when tourism emerged in the Gambia, there were only 52 beds. Most of the hotels are self-contained complexes set in spacious gardens and generally cater to the needs of most tourists. In recent years, the number of hotels has increased significantly, and the trend is still spiraling upward. There are about 50 camps, lodges, and motels in the rural areas, which provide basic but comfortable accommodation and food for most tourists on excursions or other visitors wishing to discover the real Gambia.
Wallahi, na banko yiriwandi.
Benne nyonte, alenga benkelema. Benne nyonte, benne jamana diala.
Sonda menna, mbezi songala. Jalibani singa, te sonte bolila.
Gambia, jamana di malemo. Gambia, alenga benkelema. Gambia, jamana di malemo. Gambia, alenga benkelema. Gambia, jamana di malemo. Gambia, alenga benkelema. Gambia, jamana di malemo. Gambia, alenga benkelema.
Let justice guide our actions towards the common good, and join our diverse people to prove mass brotherhood. We pledge our firm allegiance, our promise we renew. Give us great God of nations, to the Gambia ever true. Banko yiriwandi, Gambia, na banko yiriwandi.
Come on, Gambian people. Let's live up to expectation. Be our own nation. No tribal discrimination.
Banko yiriwandi, Gambia, banko yiriwandi.
Together forever. Gambia forever. Backward never.
Banko yiriwandi, Gambia, na banko yiriwandi.
Talking to every man and woman, every boy and girl. Gambia, love the nation.
Banko yiriwandi, Gambia, na banko yiriwandi.
Jamana di malemo. Gambia, alenga benkelema.
Muzalike, Mbalbe.